Hello everyone, Charles Mezes here as you know, and it has been a while since we didn't gather together to present you some recent news about the space in Africa, and it is my pleasure to do that once again tonight. Um, as you know, I'm from Cameroon and I'm a space expert working in the space industry in one of the satellite telecommunication leader in Europe. But it's not about me, right? It is about what happened in Africa recently. So we have a couple of recent news for you, and most of them has been published recently also by Space in Africa. So we are giving them the credit of their work. And the first news we are going to start with is the announcement of the Russian government recently during the BRICS summit to support the establishment or the development of a special orbital station with the support of African countries in order to conduct scientific research together. So that is a very great news, and the planification consider some expected launch in 2027 with different modules that will be dispersed in orbit between 2028 and 2030. Another exciting information still within Russia, or still linked to Russia, is the satellite data that they are planning to build. That will be a satellite data receiving station in South Africa in order to enhance some of the application that are linked to Earth observation satellite, but also increase some of the benefit within South Africa. Another important aspect to mention here is a webinar organized by Space in Africa. That is an interesting one because the topic is Insider's Guide to Business Success in the African space industry. And for all the space enthusiasts and the entrepreneur, please don't miss this workshop or webinar that will be on August 11th, actually, so in just a few days, actually. Another activities that we want to highlight here is the cooperation between Azercosmos and the Egyptian Space Agency, where they are discussing, or where they discuss actually their plan to advance some of their satellite capabilities. And this is really relevant because Azercosmos and Egyptian Space Agency have been into a collaboration in order to drive both nations' economic growth and space innovation. So we can expect a lot of outcomes from here. Another information feature by Space in Africa is the cooperation between the Nigerian Defense Space Administration and NIGCOMSAT. So you already know NIGCOMSAT has been around since quite a while in Nigeria, disrupting several satellite telecommunication servicing there and offering a lot of services. So this partnership can help to install or initiate NIGCOMSAT 2 and NIGCOMSAT 3 that may be some upcoming advancement in the satellite fleet. Another interesting thing is about the KIAM handover of space debris tracking station that will be also in partnership with the Nigerian National Space Research and Development Agency. We spoke about Russia, but that's not finished, right? I mean, they have been also interested recently into increasing investment in Africa through Alexander Stepanov. So the Russian space companies are interested in supporting and increasing investment in Africa. And this is also super interesting because it can help to drive some economic and humanitarian value. And that is going to be discussed furthermore, but that has been revealed during the Russia-Africa Economic and Humanitarian Summit. So there is another interesting things that we want to highlight here. It is about a rocket launch. So there are some sites that has been investigated recently in order to build a reliable and strong infrastructure. So we invite you to go to Space in Africa News to know a little bit more about that. Another interesting thing to mention maybe is like the South Africa's ATNS and Aireon collaboration in order to advance or support traffic and navigation services, but also surveillance, broadcasting product, and also in addition, I will say services in order to like promote and support also the regional air traffic flow management in general. So recently, you have been also listening the announcement of the I will say ambition of South Africa to like launch or send some astronaut on the moon. The CEO clarified a couple of things recently to say that they have a plan, but for now they don't have something fully confirmed. They really have a plan. Actually, their ambition is or remain to like send maybe two astronauts to the moon. So let's see what is going to happen very soon. There is like also the inspiring future African space pioneer that has been initiated by Intelsat and MaxIQ. That is focused on STEAM space program, and that is helping to also create more opportunities, right? So very quickly, because we have been far away since quite a while, let's also come back on some news that was announced at the beginning of the month, last month actually. So Djibouti 1A and Djibouti 1B were ready for launch last month actually. So this satellite that has been developed in support or in partnership with some universities in Germany are ready to be launched and are going to have a lot of added value. But the most important thing is about the know-how and the capabilities, the knowledge transfer that is a reality and that is really profitable for Djibouti. Another interesting things to highlight that happened also in the past, maybe like the AMN partnership with Hughes to expand mobile network access in Madagascar and in Nigeria. We won't develop this news, but another important one is the Kenya Space Agency, who discussed a little bit more about recently the enhancement of food security and climate change adaptation in Kenya. And for that, they had to like also involve several stakeholder and partnership. And again, we can't stress that enough. Partnership is really crucial when it comes to developing your capabilities and applying some of the existing application to create more opportunities and solutions within your government. Another interesting news that we are happy to come back on is the building of the African space economy through innovation and entrepreneurship that has been kind of promoted by Dr. Val Nathan Munsami through some conferences and workshops recently, including various other stakeholders that we already know, like David Cook from the Research Institute for Innovation and Sustainability in South Africa, but also University of Oxford and many other stakeholders, right? So maybe one of the last news you are going to highlight for this edition will be the development of a policy that has been approved in Ghana, actually to leverage space science and technology for sustainable development. So, according to the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology, and Innovation, Mr. Kwaku Afriye, they approved recently the national space policy that is going to be also a driver, right, for the entire space ecosystem in Ghana, but also the industry. So we were happy to like present this news to you. There are a lot more that happened recently, and we apologize for not being able to keep you posted since then. But again, we are happy to do that all the time. And please keep posted, keep connected with us. And we are going to share with you recently and most frequently most of the news and recent development within the African space industry. I was Charles Emezisi, and those content and the editing of the video has been handled by Daniel Asante. We are proud to have all of you as part of our audience, and we look forward to interacting with you in the future. Thank you very much.